Okay guys, I want to welcome you to this next Google video. This video is on some of the applications that's within Google Drive. So as you can see, I've logged in to my PCSSD Google Drive by going to drive.google.com, putting in my PCSSD email, my PCSSD password, and it brought me into this screen. Now there may be an extra step where you have to re-verify your email address and password. So once you go ahead and do that, then it will bring you to this screen. I'm using Google Chrome as my browser today. One great thing about Google Chrome is that since I am logged in as myself, it remembers me as that login as I keep going throughout my day until I close it all the way down. So let's just take a look at my Google Drive really quick. You can see that I have some documents that are in here. You see I've got a video or two up here. Now these videos and some of these other ones were actually uploaded to my Google Drive as it's a great option to have as a storage device. I had to email a couple videos and they were too big to attach, so I was able to actually share them through my Google Drive since we are now on Gmail as our email. So it's a great option to have here that we all have because we do have Google email. But we're going to start over here and look at this create today. Now remember, the drive is just where everything is housed, but we can also do some creation in here as well. So if I hit the create button, you can see I've got a couple different options of things that I can create. I can create a document, a presentation, a spreadsheet, a form, or a drawing. I can also work on within a smart workspace if you are a Smart Amp customer. If you don't see this, don't worry about it. We're going to be focusing on these today. So for example, let's go ahead and look at a document. So if I click on document to create a document, it's going to open up a new tab, and it's going to bring me into this form. And it's going to look very familiar. If you've watched my Google Drive video, you can see that this is just a normal document where I can go ahead and begin typing. You can see it up here. I can click on here and I can rename it. Let's rename this short weekend trip. Alright, so I'm going to rename it. And now if I need to, I can just go ahead and start typing. So I'm going to go ahead and just write a little bit. And it's so great because this is just like if I'm using Word or if I'm using Pages. I can just go ahead and type it just like I would in there. Now the great thing about this is I don't have to worry about saving it. So if you watch up here at the top where my mouse is, you can kind of see it says change, it says save, but if I go ahead and hit it again, it's going to say saving, and it's going to go ahead and save it all to the cloud, to my drive, without me even having to worry about it. So now I can put so I can go ahead and make a list. Now if I want to go ahead and add a list, I can come over here to my numbered list. I love Charleston. If you've never been to Charleston, South Carolina, you need to check it out. It's a great little place. I can even do, let's just do one more here. Let's see. Alright, so there we go. Now I've got that added in there. I can double hit my enter key, and that's going to stop using the list. Now let's say I want to make this a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight it. I can actually go ahead and center it since this is my title. All this stuff's really easy. It's right here for me. I can change the font size just like I would in Word. So it's a really easy workflow that I can do. I still have all of my options. I can download it to my computer if I would like. I've got all these different options just right here for me if I want to. Great thing is, I can add in links, or I can do an equation, a drawing, all these kind of stuff. All this kind of stuff that's right here ready, easy for me to use and for me to put it in. Now, In a different video, we're going to talk about some of the collaboration pieces. So I'm going to just leave this one as is. And I'm going to go ahead and go back. So now I'm done. You can see it's all saved. All I've got to do is I can just go ahead and close out of it. And now if we come back to my drive list, we can look and we can see their short weekend trip right there. All right, so let's go create something else. Let's go ahead and look at the slides. Now, it says presentation on here, so if you hear us talk about Google Slides, we're talking about using this presentation. So I can go ahead and click on it, and it's going to be able to bring me up to something that looks very familiar. I can kind of pick my background. Let's see, which one do I want to do today? We'll do khaki. So I'll go ahead and click OK, and now it's going to set that theme for me. And now this looks very familiar. It's just like using Keynote, or if I'm using PowerPoint. I can go ahead and add in, let's say, I need something for I can go ahead and add my subtitle, say when I went. Alright, so now you can see I've got all of my options up here. So I'm gonna hit the arrow down so I can pick a new slide. And I can go ahead and let's do one of these. Alright, I can go ahead and put my itinerary. So you can see it's a really easy option and way to go ahead and work through as a workflow. And it's saving just like the document did. All changes saved into my drive. So it's really simple. I don't have to worry about saving it. I can just go ahead and come in here and do it. Come over here. I'm going to go ahead and add my bulleted list this time. And I'm going to forgot that airport code. Then I can go DFW to I can't remember Beijing. I'll go ahead and just say that. Oh, and you can see it's going to tell me if I spelled something incorrectly. I can right click on the word that I misspelled and go ahead and pick the correct spelling. Now let's say I want to add something in here. So I'm going to go back to my first slide. You can see when I have the slide selected, I've got some background, layouts, theme, transition. Let's look at the transition. I want to add a transition to this. So I'm going to go ahead and let's slide in from the left. We'll make it really fast. And then I can hit play, and it's going to kind of show me what it's going to happen. All right. So I can go ahead and I want to animate. Now I can add an animation. For that one, I'm actually going to animate this one. And we're going to have it fly in. And see, it's already saved, so I don't have to do anything. Now I can just bring it out. If I want to see what it looks like, I can come over here and hit present. And I'm going to be able to see what's going on in my show. I'm going to go ahead and allow it. And then I can just click through it. And now it's finished. And now down at the bottom you can see exit. And then it brings me right back to where I was at. We can see that we've got all the kind of the same options we would have if we were in PowerPoint. We can add different text box or images. We can do all these wonderful different things, change the fonts so that we're nice and ready to go. We can undo. We've got a lot of different options in here that can set us up now, and we just remember it's all just a lot like PowerPoint. I'm going to come up here, I'm going to add a title, and I'm just going to call it CA Trip. Go ahead and hit OK. And now it's saved in my drive, so let's go and check it. And we can see now that, I'm going to go ahead and refresh this really quick. And now we can see that my presentation is in there. All right, so one more thing I want to talk about before I end this video is I want to talk about the forums, because I think the forums are really, really powerful for us when we get into the classroom. So what a Google Forum is it sets up kind of like a questionnaire, or it could be even a quiz that can be given to anyone at any time. It's really simple to use. You can see they kind of help you out. If you need some help, you can go ahead and click Learn More, and they kind of talk about exactly how to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and click Get Started. And you can see I've got already a question filled up. It has the title, help text if I want to add it. Then I also have these different options for the type of question I want. So I can even pick a paragraph text, and I can have them write a long answer. I can have choose from a list. I can have a grid of things. I can add a date or a time, scale, multiple choice. It's all there for me, ready to go. And when I'm finished, I can go ahead and when I'm finished with that question, so let's go ahead and ask one. So I can just do how this okay, I can go ahead and ask my question. I'm going to leave it as a paragraph. And if I want, I can even say it's a required question, so it can't be turned in until this question is answered. But I think I'm okay with that. So go ahead and hit done, and that question's there. Or I can go ahead and hit add an item. And you can see I can add different items. I can add text. Now let's see. I would like, let's do a checkbox question. All right, so my options, I can go ahead and do yes. I can do no. And you can see it's going to auto create another one if I would like for it to be. And not until I add text into it will it add it. So I can go ahead and hit done with that one. And you can see it's pretty easy to go ahead and build that form. Now, if I kind of want to know what it's going to look like, I can come up here and I can click View Live Form. And so this is what the person who's taking this form is going to see. You can see now I can see I need to go back and I need to change the title. Make sure add a title to it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click that X, and it's back here. And once again, guys, it's saving in the cloud. I don't have to worry about hitting save or anything like that. I can add it and go. Come down here, you can also see if I am going to, I can automatically have them put a name on it so I know who it is, or I can leave that blank. I can have them see a progress bar if it's kind of a longer one so they can see that they're progressing. And then I can require it to have a district login to view the form. So for example, the reason you may want to unclick that one is if you're sending something out to parents. Now parents won't have a Pulaski County Special School District login, so you want to make sure you would unclick that before you would create a form for a parent. I can change the theme of my form just by coming in here and picking something different. I like that one. And then I can also come up here and I still have my normal saving, or excuse me, my file functions, where I can add it to a folder, change the view of it. Here's all the same kind of inserts that we were looking at. Now responses, this is where I can go and view the responses. Now the responses will be housed in a brand new spreadsheet that will correlate to the questions that you have on your presentation. So I can go ahead and come in here and I can add a description if I would like. I've got different tools that I can have. I can also have some more help if I need it. Alright guys, so that is a really quick introduction to 3 of the different apps that are withheld within Google Drive that can help you to create different forms or questionnaires, as well as we talked about a presentation and then documents. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.